Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall lightworker. And before we dive into today's episode, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions you want to say, hey, just comment down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, today's video is the weekly reading of March 28 to April 3. It is already April, guys. Good job on coming this far. I'm so proud of you. And now we are going to be using the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr for today's reading. And as you probably can tell, my hair is all up in a bun. It's because it is 1,000,001 degrees here in the Philippines. I can't mess with my hair. It's too hot to wear it down. It actually was a feat for me to put makeup on today. And if you hear a swooshing sound, that is my electric fan. It is directed right at me. It is that hot. So when it comes to April, well, end of March to May, it's usually summer here in the Philippines. And the card for today is, let's see what it is. It is, what is this? You are loved. You are loved. Now let me just read what is at the back. At the back it says, you are enough just as you are. And you are loved. If you don't have a model for love, imagine yourself as a child. Perhaps you have a favorite picture of yourself as an adorable 5-year-old. Look into your own sweet eyes and acknowledge just how special you are. That child inside still needs your tenderness, and so does the adult in you. Please don't abandon yourself. Instead, tap into the ocean of love inside. I think this is a very powerful card, especially for my fellow Filipinos who are currently in the Philippines. Actually, last night it was declared that we would go back to enhanced community quarantine. And that's a big deal because it's been a year now since lockdown was implemented here in the Philippines, but we still can't get out of it. So yesterday we actually received news that there were a lot of cases for the current situation. We'll just call it the situation. For the current situation, there were at least almost 10,000 cases here, and so the government thought it best to do another lockdown, similar to what happened last year. So it's very limited for us right now. We can't go just anywhere. When we go out, we need a full face mask, face shield. We need the permits. We have a curfew, and it is all for everyone's safety. And it's very easy to feel unloved when it comes to this kind of setup, especially if you are an extrovert. If you do resonate with being an extrovert. I am an introvert extrovert, so that's perfectly fine for me. I'm a very high functioning introvert extrovert, so it's perfectly fine. But for other people who I realize who do not resonate with this, or who cannot cope as well when it comes to this kind of setup, please remember that you are loved. Remember that you actually don't need the outside world to show you that. Although it does feel good to, be told I love you from your special person, from your friends, from your family, even from your pets, right? Or even from your job, from your work, right? But for now, at least, find it within yourself, Know that you are loved by yourself. Know that you don't need proof from the outside world to feel loved. All you really need to do is go within and remember those times when you did feel loved. What does that feel like? All you need to do is really search for that feeling within yourself. If you are not familiar with it, you can generate it. And the way you do that is simply ask yourself, what would I feel like if I were loved? What does being loved by myself feel like? For example, when I allow myself to take a break from working so hard, does that feel good? Yes, that's what love feels like. When I allow myself to have a cold beer, sit back and relax and watch Netflix all day and just really chill from the rest of the day, does that feel like love? I bet it does. So those are the kinds of things that will make you remember that you are loved. And so for the journal prompt for this week, and if you can, kind of sparsely spread out, that's the word, spread out the journal prompt to accommodate all the days of this week, and really allow yourself to go with this vibe. So the journal prompt for this week is every day, at least once a day, I want you to explore what it feels like to be loved. Does being loved feel like a cold beer and sitting back watching Netflix? Does being loved feel like allowing yourself a breather from work? For some people, does being loved feel like an orgasm? Because some people do express love and feel love through that way. So what does it mean? What does it feel like to be loved by yourself, very specifically? Focus on finding love, or finding the feeling of love, rather, without the help of the outside world. It is a challenge, but it's a good one because it is present, and we all can use a bit of that loving feeling, especially for my fellow Filipinos who are in the Philippines right now experiencing the lockdown. All right, so that's it for this week. I hope it helped. I hope that you do feel loved this week, and I hope that you do realize the emphasis of feeling it for yourself first and foremost, because it's quite difficult to see it on the outside world right now, especially with what's happening, like you can't even go out, but it is definitely not scarce. It definitely exists, and it exists first and foremost inside of you, okay? I hope this was a great video for you. I hope it inspired you. I hope for the rest of the week you'll keep finding ways to feel loved, to love yourself. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions, you want to say hey, just comment down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button over there. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now course, well, here are the details. And I also would like to point out that I do have an Etsy shop. I will also leave it linked down below. You can also book a tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me via my Etsy shop. For everyone who are abroad, for all my clients who are abroad, shout out to you too. And yeah, you can book me through there. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay loved, feel loved. I challenge you to find that this week within yourself. It is there, and there's an abundance of it. Ciao for now.